friends, Chelsea here. Happy Thursday. I'm excited to join you all for another Lunar Yoga lunch break. If this is your first time joining, welcome. Lunar Yoga is the style of yoga that I've developed over the last 4 years or so to help us sink into the lunar cycle. And through doing that, really tapping into the rhythms of our own bodies, kind of being in that ebb and flow and tuning into the energy of the moon. And so this whole month, starting with the new moon, we've been working with some of the themes of Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. It is a water sign, which means it deals with our emotions. And we've been working through and kind of working with these energies all throughout the month. And today is actually the day of perfect timing of the full moon and also a lunar eclipse. Full moon is the peak of the lunar cycle. It is a time of full illumination, and the lunar eclipse is kind of like an amplifier. And so, kind of whatever energy is present during this time gets amplified, really illuminated. The full moon illuminates the light and the shadow. And Scorpio season really works with a lot of shadow, a lot of really deep emotions. And so we have this big amplifier happening in this full moon. And oftentimes that can bring a lot of emotionality or just a lot of energy in general. And so during the full moon, we in lunar yoga are moving our bodies, helping to move the energy through your body to kind of give it somewhere to go. If you find yourself feeling sort of restless or just kind of scattered, a lot going on during the full moons, this is a wonderful way to just kind of channel some of that energy and move it through your body. So we'll go ahead and get started. As you're ready, come into child's pose. Big toes together at the back of your mat, knees nice and wide. Give yourself some room for your belly and your chest to breathe. Lunar yoga is an intuitive practice, meaning I encourage you to really feel into your body and trust the messages of your body, trust what feels good, adjust, modify, add poses, skip poses, really create a practice that feels in tune with what you need today. Everything is optional. I'm offering primarily a safe space for you to come into your mat, to come into your body, and to find movement that feels authentic. And so if that looks different from what I'm doing, that's okay. And take a moment to settle in. Just kind of scan through your body, notice what you're arriving with. Notice what is maybe coming up for you in this full moon lunar eclipse energy. Maybe the intentions you set at the new moon. You might notice if there are big emotions that are coming up or big energies. You let your breath start to expand and in feeling that expansiveness, the spaciousness in your body, you welcome whatever big feelings, big energies, emotions may be coming through. And just let yourself kind of be with whatever is there for you. And a big breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs bottom to top, side to side, front and back of your body. That space just beneath your shoulder blades. And breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Let that whole breath fall out. And two more like that. You might imagine your breath kind of moving in a circular motion. As you inhale, drawing up from the bottom of your lungs toward the top, and letting the air expand your lungs in all directions, and feeling The top of your inhale, bringing just a little buoyancy, some lightness into the back of your shoulder blades. And again, open mouth, exhale, let that whole breath fall out. Your vocal cords get involved, maybe a little sigh. Let your breath be an offering back down to the earth. Once more, inhale breath, like you're drawing your breath, your energy up from the earth below. And filling your lungs, expanding in all directions. Your shoulders get a little bit lighter at the top of your inhale. Maybe even lift your head an inch or two. And open mouth, exhale. And give that breath back out and down. Your forehead connect to the floor. Relax your elbows to the ground, wrists soft. You may circle your wrists or wiggle your fingers. And set your hands back down lightly. And a little rock of your forehead side to side. And the full moon brings a lot of fullness. And sometimes that fullness can be really positive, really welcome energy. Sometimes the fullness can feel like maybe too much, too full, too much going on. So whatever it is, wherever you are in this full moon, it's welcome. Let that rock of your forehead get a little bit bigger and move into your shoulders, rocking side to side, getting a little bit bigger, moving into your hips. You feel your weight shift left and right. And then we'll connect that to your breath. And as you inhale, shift your weight over toward your right. Exhale through center. Inhale toward the left. Exhale to center. One more like that. Inhale toward your right. Exhale center. Inhale toward your left. Exhale center. This time we move. As you inhale, move toward your right side. Lift your hips up off of your heels. And make a big circle all the way toward the top of your mat. Let your hips sink low as you exhale. And then continue your circle all the way around to your left and back toward child's pose. Inhale again over toward your right. Lift your hips, lift your shoulders, shift forward. Let your hips melt low. Exhale, circle over to the left, all the way toward the back, child's pose. Once more here, big swirling motion. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. And this time we'll switch directions. Inhale toward your left side. Circle forward and up. Making a nice big circle through your wrists, through your hips. Exhale, reach over toward your right and back, toward child's pose. Continue your own rhythm. Follow the whole pace of your inhale. Over toward your left, up to the top of your mat. Your entire exhale over to the right, and hips to heels. One more full circle all the way around. This time, inhale from center, rise up through cat spine, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let the top of your head hang heavy. And draw your breath almost like there's a balloon attached to the back of heart center. Lift it up. As you exhale, cow pose, pour your breath out. Your belly drop low, soften your elbows. As you inhale, we'll move a little bit more into cow pose. Lift your chin. Lift your tailbone, draw your shoulders back, collarbones open wide. As you exhale, cat spine, press the floor away. Press through palms, shins, tops of your feet. Your head drop heavy, tuck your tailbone under. Stay here for your inhale. Hug everything in towards center and up toward the ceiling. Navel toward your spine, really doming the space between your shoulder blades. Again, exhale, start to soften, melt low. Your shoulders get wide, hips wide, belly drops low. Inhale, really lengthen through the front of your body. You may even tuck your toes and stretch through the soles of your feet. Cow pose. Exhale, breath, cat spine. Stay here, inhale. Hug your ribs in close together, arch through upper, mid, and low back. And continue your own pace. The option to stay with this 2 count, cat and cow, Or if you want to shift into something that's a little bit more organic, maybe you come back into some circles through your wrists, your hips, your shoulders. You let it get really wiggly, really circly, animalistic even, dropping through your elbows, stretching in one direction and then the other. And then let your breath help to guide your movement. Notice how it feels when you connect breath and movement in your body. And today's full moon is in the sign of Taurus, an earth sign, helping us to maybe find some grounding in all of these big, deep emotions and shadows that Scorpio can bring up. Help to get a little steadiness in this transformation in progress. And the full moon is the peak of the lunar cycle. It's also the peak of our kind of energetic and manifestation or creative powers. It's a time that we can harness the energy of the full moon to cultivate the energy that you've been calling in, you've been manifesting throughout this lunar cycle. And whatever you're doing, if it's right side and left, even out, clockwise and counterclockwise, we'll come back together, center tabletop. Tuck your toes under, hover your knees. As you inhale, find kind of a hovering cow pose. And keep that little tilt in your low back. Stay open across your chest. As you exhale, shift back, belly to thighs. Drop your ears between your biceps. Inhale, lead with hip creases up and back toward downward facing dog. Rise all the way up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, open mouth. Heels melt toward the ground. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Pedal out your legs. Whatever your ritual is for your first downward facing dog of practice. Just as the full moon is kind of our full part of our cycle, we'll move in a full moon mandala all the way around the yoga mat. And the peak energy of the lunar cycle is also the kind of peak energy or the most movement in our lunar yoga practice. Moving the body to help work through those energies and whatever may be coming up. Bring a soft bend into your knees. Maybe your heels lift off of your mat a couple of inches. As you inhale, traction your hip creases up and back. Let your belly melt toward your thighs. Exhale, round forward. Think cat spine in your shoulders. High plank, top of a push-up. Inhale. Hover your knees. Slide your hips back, belly to thighs. All the way up toward downward facing dog. Exhale, round your way forward like a big tidal wave. Circular breath, circular motion. Hover your knees, lift your tailbone, inhale. Hug up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale, breath, wave forward. And this time as you inhale, bring your right leg with you, three-legged, downward facing dog. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Once more, three-legged, downward facing dog. Hover your back knee as you shift back. Reach your right heel toward the sky. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Hover your back knee once again. Inhale, cow lunge. Bend deep into your right knee. Rise onto your fingertips. Let your hips sink low. Exhale, cat lunge. Lengthen both legs long. Lift your hips up and back. Drape your forehead toward your long right leg. Inhale. Back knee comes down to the floor, low crescent lunge. Pick up your fingers, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. And tuck your back toes if they're not already. As you inhale, high crescent lunge, lift your back knee, reach your arms up, biceps next to your ears. Relax your shoulders down your back, hug your ribs in close as you exhale, settle in. Now find some steadiness, some grounding, rooting down through both feet. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. Open up, warrior two. With your inhale, spin your back heel to the ground. Reach your arms out wide. Again, exhale, just settle in. Feel yourself landing here in this pose. Reverse your warrior as you inhale, reach your right arm up and back. Maybe left arm stays lifted, like you're holding a big full moon with both arms. Exhale, side angle pose, right arm forward and down, left arm to the sky. You may bring right elbow to right knee. And tuck your tailbone under. Lean your left arm back, almost like you're leaning back into support. Inhale to reverse your warrior. This time, big movement. Exhale, side lunge. Both hands to the inside of your front foot, then all the way to the back of your yoga mat. Bend your left leg, extend your right leg long. Inhale back to reverse warrior at the top of your mat. Big breath in. Let your feet pivot as they need to. Exhale, breath, skandasana, side lunge. Fingertips come forward and down. Bend into your left knee, right leg long. One more like that. Inhale, reverse warrior toward the top of your mat. Right toes point forward, left foot at an angle. And exhale, side lunge, skandasana. This time we're going to stay low. Inhale, skandasana to the top of your mat. And keep your fingertips low, bend your right knee, lengthen your left leg long. And stay here for your exhale breath. I'm going to move on the inhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Exhale, let your hips sink low. As you inhale, pop your hips up a little bit higher, still in your side lunge, but so both feet can touch down to the ground, all 3 points of both feet. Keep your hips lifted, almost like a halfway lift. Draw your heart forward. Inhale, breath. Exhale, pivot to the back of your mat. Now left foot is forward, right foot is back. Plant your palms. Walk your fingertips forward. Shift your weight into your left foot. Inhale, standing splits. Press down through your left heel. Reach your right leg to the sky. Big breath in. Find a halfway lift in your chest. Exhale, drop your head forward and down. Option to stay here. And bring a soft bend into both knees. Maybe you bring your left hand back to find your right foot. If you have that bind, you can kick into your back hand. Find a big breath in. And slow and controlled exhale, forward fold. And shift your weight evenly into both feet. Halfway rise, Ardha Uttanasana. It's like your palms up your shins, shoulder blades draw onto your back. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, inhale, halfway rise, press through your heels. You might imagine following your breath up the back of your legs, around your hips, from the base of your spine to the top of your head. As you exhale, stay here, engage your core, soft bend in your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward and up. Hug everything in towards center. Sink your hips a little deeper as you exhale. And then keeping your tailbone tucked under, low back is stable. Inhale to lift your gaze, lift your chest. Exhale, belly to thighs, airplane arms. Shift your weight a little more into your right foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Left knee rises up toward your chest, arms to the sky. Exhale, breath, airplane pose. Slowly kick your left foot behind you. And swing your arms all the way toward the back. Draw your shoulder blades together. Gentle bend in your standing leg. Help to find your balance. Cultivating a sense of balance within your body. Inhale. Exhale with control. Bend your right knee. Touch your left toes to the back of your mat. High crescent lunge. Breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. Inhale, breath, warrior two. Exhale, stay here. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And kind of dancing with your breath, let it flow. Exhale, side angle pose. Right arm down, left arm high. Inhale, breath to reverse your warrior. Exhale, side lunge to the back of your mat. Both hands to the inside of your front foot. Bend your left knee, extend right leg long. So nice, just one more like that on this side. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, Skandasana. This time as you inhale, just find that halfway lift. Lift your hips high. Walk your fingertips forward. Heart extends forward. Exhale, pivot to the original front of your mat. Again, left foot is forward, right foot is back. Walk your fingertips forward. Get really light on your back toes. If it helps, you can always slide your back foot in an inch or two. As you come into your standing splits, think about it more from pressing strong through your left leg, so much so that your right toes get light, right heel to the sky. Inhale like a halfway lift. Exhale, dive forward, belly toward your thigh, forehead toward your shin. Option to stay here, option to find your bind. Soft bend in your standing leg. As you bend your right foot, maybe left hand finds your back foot. If it's there, kick into your back hand, find a long inhale. With control, exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Halfway rise, inhale, breath. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. This time we'll stand all the way to the top, nice and slow, uncurl like a rag doll. A full circle all the way around. Back to the top, inhale, arms high, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing salute. Exhale, breath, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Upward facing salute, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe you find a little back bend at the top. Exhale, breath, forward fold. Halfway rise. Inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step to the back of your mat, downward facing dog. Give your head a little shake side to side, nod it back and forth. And any other little movements, adjustments. Give yourself a moment to come back to a calm, even breath. Allowing yourself to move with breath, kind of that watery, flowy sort of energy as we move through this mandala on side 2. Let yourself really embody the energy of this big full moon. Feel free to improvise, feel free to add things in. Let it get flowy, let it get dancey. And clearing breath in through your nose. Clearing breath out. And soft bend in your knees. Inhale here. Traction your hips up and back. Press through both hands all the way into your fingers. Exhale, round your way forward. Like tidal wave breath. Think cat back in your shoulders. Hover your knees. Inhale, slide back, belly to thighs, hips to the sky. Exhale, wave forward. Lift your left leg with you. Inhale, three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, knee to nose. That same motion rounding through your shoulders. Inhale, three-legged downward facing dog. Hover your back knee as you slide back. Exhale, round forward. This time, step your left foot between your hands. Hover your back knee. Inhale, shift forward, cow lunge. Light on your fingers, draw your shoulders back, heart lifted. Exhale, cat lunge. And send your hips up and back, lengthen through both legs. Always welcome to keep a gentle bend in one or both legs. Soften your forehead toward your left shin. Inhale. This time as you shift forward, let your back knee touch down. Keep your toes tucked. Low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. Press through both feet to stand tall, high crescent lunge. Let your arms sweeping forward kind of help to bring some momentum to lift. Exhale, breath, land here. Left hip pulls back in line with your right. Relax your shoulders. Left knee over left ankle. Hug your ribs in close. So nice. Finding that stability, that hugging in towards center. That's your foundation. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. And keep your chest lifted away from your left thigh. Open up warrior 2. Cartwheel your arms wide. Spin your back heel to the floor. Exhale, breath to arrive here. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Left arm lifts. Reach your right arm back behind you. Again, that kind of big full moon holding with both hands. Exhale, hinge forward. Left arm down, right arm high. Option to bend left elbow to left knee. Tuck your tailbone under. Rotate your right side ribs open. So nice. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, both hands to the inside of your front foot. down and around, side lunge at the back of your mat. Bend your right knee, left leg is long. I'll take that again. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Let your feet pivot as you move. Reach your arms up and open. Exhale, sweep forward and down, side lunge, Skandasana. Inhale to reverse your warrior back to the top of your mat. Left toes point forward. Breathe in, reach up and open. Exhale, side lunge. This time we flow low. Inhale, Skandasana toward the top of your mat. Bend your left knee, right leg is long. Exhale, stay here, land here. Inhale, Skandasana toward the back, right knee bends. Exhale here. And once more, inhale to the top. And Skandasana toward the back. And pop your hips up a little bit higher as you inhale, plant both feet, still bending into your right knee. Walk your fingertips forward, lengthen your spine like a halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale toward the back of your mat, low lunge. And let your feet pivot, walk your hands to frame your right foot. And again, pour your weight forward, walk your fingertips forward. Stand tall onto your right leg, standing splits. Inhale, breath. Let your breath kind of float your left heel toward the sky. And find a halfway rise. Exhale to fold. Option to bend your top knee. When I say both knees, just bring a gentle bend into your right knee. Just helps with stability. Option to walk your right hand back to find your left foot. If you have your bind, kick into your back hand. And just find something that feels good. Find a nice juicy stretch wherever you are. Breathe in. With control, exhale, forward fold. Halfway rise, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. As you fold, gently bend your knees. Think you're drinking your breath up through the soles of your feet. Inhale. Lift your breath, lift your hips. Rise all the way into your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Open mouth, exhale, pour it out. And offering back down toward the earth as you fold. Soft bend in your knees again. Inhale, halfway rise. Listen, stay here as you exhale, hug your ribs in close. And gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, breath to land here a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift your shoulder blades. Lift your fingertips. Exhale, belly to thighs, airplane arms. Shift your weight into your left foot as you rise tall. Inhale, breath, bring your right knee into your chest. And take a moment to find your balance. We're here for your exhale. Hug your ribs in close together. Root down for your left standing leg. And Taurus is also a fixed sign, just like Scorpio. Fixed signs have a persevering quality, really lasting energy. And find that steadfast rooting down through your left leg. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane pose. Kick your right leg long behind you. Right toes point down. See if you can keep your right hip down in line with your left hip. Now your shoulder blades together. Lift your fingertips. Widen across your chest. Breathe in. Exhale very slowly. Use your whole breath out. Bend your left knee. Touch your right toes to the back of your mat. Inhale, high crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. And then let it flow. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arms. Your body knows the movement. Trust it. Inhale, warrior two, open wide. Exhale here. Reverse warrior. Inhale, open your left arm high. Exhale, Skandasana. Both hands to the inside of your front foot. Bend your right knee, left leg long. Inhale, breath, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side lunge. And this time we'll stay toward the top of your mat. So inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, pivot toward the original front of your mat. Right toes point forward, left foot is back. So nice, walk your fingertips forward. Inhale, standing splits. And stay here for your exhale, dive low. Option to bend and find your bind. Maybe right hand to left foot. Inhale breath wherever you are. Really drink in a long, slow breath. With control, exhale, release. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway rise, inhale. Exhale to fold. Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing salute. Slowly uncurl. Root down, rise tall. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale breath. Exhale, Uttanasana. Once more, root to rise. Inhale, upward facing salute. Option to find a little back bend at the top. Stretch up and open. Exhale, forward fold. Long, flat back. With control as you fold. Halfway rise, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, downward facing dog. And clearing breath in. Clearing breath out. Soften your knees. Inhale, stretch your hips up and back. Exhale, round forward high plank. Inhale, glide back and up, downward facing dog. Exhale, wave forward. Once more, hover your knees, belly to thighs. Inhale, downward facing dog. This time as you exhale, wave forward. Come all the way forward so your shoulders are beyond your wrists. Roll over the top of your toes. Let your hips sink low. As you inhale, soft bend in your elbows. Upward facing dog, scoop your shoulder blades from the back of your body to press toward the front. Opening through your chest. Still soft in your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, knees touch down, child's pose. Option to keep your knees right underneath your hips. Or move them a little closer or a little wider. Walk your hands up and over toward the top right corner of your mat. Inhale. Anchor your left hip back toward your left heel. Exhale. We'll stay here for a breath. Fill your left side body. Look like a crescent moon shape with your body. And then exhale to soften here. And move toward the top left corner of your mat as you inhale. Exhale to anchor right hip to right heel. We'll find a breath here. And come back towards center. Maybe find that little rock and roll once again through your forehead, maybe your shoulders, maybe your hips. And slowly walk your hands back toward your knees. And bring your knees together, the shoulders over hips. And bring one hand to heart center, one hand to your low belly. And find 3 or so waves of breath here. Breathing into your palms. Let your breath rise from the bottom to the top. An option for open or closed mouth exhale. Like a wave receding into the sea. Like your upper chest to lower first. And soften into your low belly. And again, inhale. And breath rises into your low belly, into the sides of your rib cage, all the way into your upper chest, upper heart. And exhale to release. And at the bottom of your exhale, gently draw your navel toward your spine, a little compression, removing any stagnancy from your low lungs. And one more breath here, just like that. And bring your hands down to rest in your lap. And with your shoulders back, and find a few big circles. And soften your gaze or close your eyes. And take a moment to reconnect to your intention for this lunar cycle. Or perhaps an intention to anchor in this practice, to take with you into the rest of your day, or into the second half of this lunar cycle. And the full moon is our full illumination to shine our brightest light. And also have the courage to look at what's illuminated from the shadows. And as we move beyond the full moon, the waning part of the lunar cycle is our time for letting go. It's a time for clearing space, removing internal clutter. And often it's something that's illuminated during this full moon that helps to guide the second half of the lunar cycle or lunar living work. Let yourself really be open here. Ride the waves of emotion and welcome whatever comes through. And if it feels true for you, bring your hands together at heart center. Acknowledging yourself for taking this time out of your day. Acknowledging your body for being this beautiful vessel, this home that holds all of you, that moves you through the world, and that lets you interact with the world around you through your senses. And honoring the wisdom of the body, our emotions, our sensuality, the innate wisdom our bodies hold, and our ever-evolving journey in transforming again and again. Acknowledging the land that we occupy. In this practice of yoga that brings us together to share time and space. The ancient roots of yoga that trace back the sages of Southeast Asia, and the lineage of my teachers and of their teachers. Acknowledging the guidance of Grandmother Moon, who helps us to move through all of our phases, providing this beautiful, luminous, and organic structure to ride our own ebbs and flows, to tune into the rhythm of our bodies, of our hearts, connect to the rhythms of the seasons and the moon cycle. Loka samasta sukhinom bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be peaceful and free, and may our thoughts, words, and actions in some way contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. And we bow humbly and in deepest gratitude. Thank you, yogis. Thank you so much, friends. If you're enjoying these practices, I would love if you'd give it a like, give me a follow, tune back in every Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be here live. Feel free to hop in and move. Give yourself a little break in your day to stand up and shake it out, or whenever works for you. The recordings are here. Looking forward to connecting with you again soon. As always, if you have questions, feedback, requests, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you again, same time, same place next Thursday.